Hi everyone, my name is Enzo Prado and I will be presenting on Aedes aegypti, a One Health approach to face the vector for Zika, Dengue, and Chikungunya. With over 4 billion people at risk of contact with the Aedes aegypti species of mosquito, the risk of arboviral illnesses is a leading cause of death globally, and the risk is exponentially growing. The most significant arboviruses being Zika, Dengue, and Chikungunya, and each has had very impactful epidemics throughout the years. Now, this study also explores how Aedes aegypti growth can be controlled through the One Health approach to diminish the amount of global disease transmission. Collective studies have identified the successful proliferation of the Aedes aegypti mosquito through environmental, human, and animal factors, and the impact that this species of mosquito has had on the development of Zika, Chikungunya, and Dengue. Figure 1 below helps showcase the need for vector control by illustrating the growing distribution of the mosquito within the US. Aedes aegypti's successful nature as a vector for viruses has strengthened its impact on the world. It's through traits such as its behavioral plasticity, rapid development throughout its life cycle, proximity to humans, preference for urban environments, and its overall survivability that it continues to spread diseases. Now, it's also important to understand the 3 examined arboviral diseases: Zika, Dengue, Chikungunya, their origins, symptoms, and current treatments in order to effectively identify their presence in affected communities and understand how different domains of One Health have played a role in the propagation of these diseases. Now, the One Health concept and the One Health approach is based on the convergence of the 3 domains: human domain, animal domain, and environmental domain. And it examines how the interactions between different disciplines can be utilized to improve health in each domain, emphasize cross-education, and also holistically apply the 3 domains into disease control. Figure 2 is meant to highlight part of the animal and human domain interaction, which is the virus transmission between sylvatic and urban cycles. Within the environmental domain, climate change has elevated global temperatures, and as an ecotherm with an affinity for warm climates, the mosquito has adapted into new areas with now adequate temperatures that were previously uninhabitable or too cold. And particularly during the rainy season, it's through a lack of urban infrastructure, lack of basic sanitation, or garbage collection that new reservoirs are made. Now, within the human domain, extensive human travel has carried eggs and larvae into new human-made reservoirs, like tires, packaging, plastic containers, and the government plays a big role through the use of intersected policy dialogue, which is dialogue between varying specialists, like local agencies, health ministries, veterinary centers, agricultural centers, in order to collectively implement vector control policies. And within the animal domain, we explore the human interaction with animals, veterinary health, animal food consumption, and examine the animal origin of Zika, Dengue, and Chikungunya. These arboviral diseases can transmit from sylvatic cycles in animals, such as non-human primates, over to urban cycles in humans via mosquito transmission. There's a need to control animal health, farming, and human-to-animal exposure to prevent movement between cycles. Figure 3 follows the roots of movement that Aedes aegypti has had over the past 600 years, and it also showcases some historic events to show human interaction into Aedes growth. Therefore, through an equally intersected One Health approach, we can utilize environmental, animal, and human domain information to control the development of Aedes aegypti and reduce the spread of disease. As recommendations, there should be continued research that incorporates all One Health domains. Inter-domain initiatives should be continually discussed for future recommendations. Further education is needed for policymakers on the importance of having a diverse member policy dialogue, and there should be an incorporation of interdisciplinary education into professional licensure for having the most effective patient care and in order to mitigate future public health challenges. And these are my references for the study, and I want to thank you all for listening to my research presentation.